Hi guys, this is Ms. Ford and I am here to teach you how to set up your device. So I will have the slides up here and then I'll also show you on the device I have sitting next to me. So the very first thing you want to do with your Surface once you get it, and you probably should have already done this before you walked out of the gym, but this bright colored sticker here needs to have your first and last name on it. You also need to plug in your Surface overnight. When you get to school the next morning, you're going to want to restart 3 to 4 times. This helps you receive any updates. You will not receive the updates if you have not restarted at school. Cool. So let's look at logging into the computer. So when you get your computer, looks like this. Your power button is going to be, I don't know if you guys can see it, right on top here. So we're going to push the power button. And get our Surface going. So to log into the Surface, you're just going to swipe up and you should see other user on your screen. If it says something different than other user, like admin, you're going to want to choose other user. Your login is simply your student ID and then your birth date. Make sure on the birth date you're doing a double-digit month, double-digit day, and 4-digit year. If for some reason it's saying that there are no login servers available, it probably means that you haven't restarted your computer. Go ahead, restart it while you're here at school, and if you still have issues, you would come to the Media Center. All right, so let's look at the next thing you need to do. So some of you remember from last year, some of you guys haven't done this yet. So every pen, you can see it right there, and every charger, you will be able to see it right here. This is your charger. Have a barcode on it. You want to make sure that you have a picture of these so that if you're in the classroom and maybe 2 or 3 of you are sitting at the same desk and all have your chargers, that way you can decide which one is yours. The cases and the kickstands are a lot more fragile than you would think. They're there to protect your device, but you always, always, always want to make sure you open your kickstand here with 2 hands. This is not your personal device. I know. If you guys know me, I love kitties, and I would have so many kitty stickers all over my Surface, but I can't do that because it's my school Surface, not my personal one. So make sure you don't put any other stickers besides the label we give you on the case, pen, or charger. Also, be really careful. This sleeve here that holds your pen, you don't want to pull on it at all because they pull off really easily. And then when you have your pen, they go into the sleeve, and then you're going to want to make sure that when you flip down your case, it doesn't hit the pen at all because the tips on the pen break really easily. If a tip should break off your pen or you're having issues, just come by the Media Center. We'll help you out. All right, so your keyboard here is completely detachable. It's magnetic. You guys can see there, I just pulled it off. Be very gentle on the keys. If for some reason the keyboard's not working, like you're typing and you're like, Ms. Ford, there aren't letters coming up on the screen, just detach it and reattach it, and that usually works. Also, if for some reason you come to me and you say, my computer won't shut down, it won't shut down, sometimes if you just detach the keyboard, hold the power button for about 30 seconds, it'll restart, and then you can reattach the keyboard, and that should have you all set up. All right. So when you open your screen, I think one of these actually popped up on my computer while we were talking. you might get a message about updating OneDrive or Java. You don't want to update those, so just close it out. Anything about an update, close out. When you restart your computer, that's going to give it the updates it needs to function, so make sure you just close out your OneDrive or Java updates. So let's look at your pen. So like I showed you earlier, your pen is going to fit on the back of the surface just like this, and be really careful when you're putting it in the sleeve. Don't pull on it. Don't close the top over it and hit your pen. That'll break the pen. One thing that's really important, I'm going to show you guys what not to do with your pen. If you'll see it, it's really easy to kind of use it like a fidget tool and kind of go back and forth like that. That actually strips the inside of the pen, which means that we have to charge you for a new pen. So be really careful. Don't do that. You do not need your pen to interact with your tablet. I am not using my pen right now. You can use your finger. You can use the mouse pad. If you want to purchase on your own a Bluetooth mouse, this does have Bluetooth, so you can do that. These take quad A batteries. Do not go out and buy quad A batteries. The Media Center has batteries, so if the battery dies on your device, just bring it by and we'll swap out the battery for you. The pen tip is basically what is red on here. It's not immediate. Like if you're drawing, it might lag a little bit. Don't worry, that's pretty normal. This really long strip right here is your right click button. This will actually click up. You'll click on it, and it is a magic button that will pull up your menu, which is cool. And also you can use it like a pencil eraser. You just erase what you wrote on the screen, which is pretty cool. All right. So I'm going to now walk you guys through how to set up your OneDrive on here and get all the Office information you need. So from here, I want to remind you guys that you actually have 5 licenses to install Office on a home computer or your Mac or whatever you want to download it on. You have 5 licenses to do that. Be reminded that those licenses do expire when you graduate, so just kind of keep that in mind. But you have full access to Office from your phone, from your Surface, any device. So let's go ahead and log into that. So you're actually going to go to portal.office.com. All right, so you can see I've got a couple accounts here. So when you're logging in, it's your student ID at fcstu.org, and then the password is your birth date. So it's double-digit month, double-digit day, 4-digit year. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and back out and log into my account so you guys can kind of see what Office 365 looks like for you. Mine's a little bit different of a login than yours. All right. Sorry, it takes a second to load up here. But I did want you guys to see what was going on with it. All right, so this is what it looks like. So OneDrive is the cloud. See, it's got a little cloud icon on it. It's very much just like Google Drive. It's where you're going to hold all your documents. You can see I've got several here. You've got access to Class Notebook here. Parents, you can log in with the same information your student has, and you have access to all of their class notebooks. You've got OneNote, which is your personal notebook, online notebook. Forms, which is kind of like Google Forms. You guys have Sway and PowerPoint and Word. So you can use all of this online. This is all accessible online. But I'm going to show you guys how to save a document to the cloud. So let's go ahead. I want to make sure I didn't miss anything here. Don't sync to the OneDrive. If it asks you to sync, do not. These have really, really small hard drives, and if the hard drive gets locked up on here, there's not a lot we can do for you. So make sure you're saving to the cloud. So let me show you guys. So we're going to double click on Word, and we're just going to open up a blank document. All right, so from here on our blank document, we're going to add OneNote to our computer, and you want to make sure you do this. So I'm going to go to Add a Place. Sorry, you guys can see I have 50 trillion documents. And then you want to choose the top one, which is Office 365 SharePoint. And from there, you're just going to log in with your Microsoft ID, which is your student ID, at fcstu.org, and then it's going to ask for your password, which is, again, just your birth date, month, day, 4-digit year. And then when you save, you're going to save to OneDrive Fulton Schools. So I'll kind of show you what that looks like. So you can see on here, I've got all my files. So if you guys wanted to see like what I was doing in grad school, you can pull it up and you can see like my needs assessment I developed or a game I developed. So you guys can see all your information in Word just like you would with any other thing. All right, we're getting there. Sorry, this is kind of a long video, but I want to make sure you guys have all your information. If you want to know how much battery you have left, just like with any laptop, there is a battery icon at the bottom, and if you hover over it, it'll let you know. Like I'm hovering over mine right now and it says 1 hour and 55 minutes remaining. I will warn you guys, once the Surface goes dead, it takes 2 to 4 hours to get any charge at all. So you want to make sure that every night, just like you would plug in your phone every night, you take your charger and plug it in. On the charger, it's really hard to see here, but there's a little light. It will turn white when it is charging. If you guys should run out of charge during the day, we have a charging station in the Media Center. It is charge at your own risk, so you don't want to leave your Surface just sitting anywhere in the Media Center, so just be aware of that. But yeah, it does take a few minutes to get your charge. But if you charge it every night and you get a full charge, you should be fine throughout the day. Mine usually works all day. All right. So if you want to set up your Outlook email, I just use my email account on portal.office.com, but you can do that. You can open Outlook 2016. And then here again is your student email address. It's your student ID at fcstu.org. I will remind you guys that you need to use either the school Gmail, Google account, or your office account, because if you use any type of personal account at all, you cannot access it at school. You can't print from it. You can't email your teachers from it. You can't email yourself from it. So be aware of that. Almost done here, guys. All right, so I just show you guys how to log in to Office 365, so you should be good there. Make sure, guys, in OneNote, it's going to say connect to the cloud. It syncs. Your OneNote is going to sync all the time. So if you are using class notebook with your teacher and you type something into your class notebook, then your teacher can see that almost immediately. So it's a really cool tool for you guys. Mrs. Helms has created a OneNote video. If you guys want to get more in depth on that, that will have more information for you. If you want to create your own notebook, you can do that as well. Again, through the portal.opus.com is probably the easiest way to set that up. A lot of kids like to set up their own OneNote notebook and not just use class notebook with their teachers, because you can write your notes in it, you can upload PowerPoints into it, you can upload links into it, so you have your own digital binder, which is really neat. I do want to go over some reminder of expectations. Guys, you are responsible for the equipment. If anything happens to the keyboard, the pen, the charger, the case, anything, you are responsible for the payment on that. You're responsible for taking charge of this. We are asking you to take ownership of your learning and be actively engaged in class. This is not your personal device. It is only used for school stuff. For those of you that think you can go around and try to hack through the system, Fulton County does actually check for that. They can see that you've done something you're not supposed to, and then you will be blocked from the Wi-Fi and we cannot do anything about it. So make sure you're only using it for school purposes. Make sure you're using your device, you're charging your device every night and bringing it every day. Most teachers will use it in class a lot. Make sure you don't take your device down to the cafeteria. You don't have your Starbucks Frappuccino sitting next to it, because we all know that those things easily spill, and then that will break the device, and we don't want that. Don't just set your device on the floor. Someone can easily step on it and the screens crack. At the same time, don't throw your device in your backpack with 4 textbooks and then just drop it on the ground, because the screen is going to crack then too. All right? Make sure your device is always locked up. If you guys have questions, make sure you see that device user agreement that you signed. I think I went over most of the troubleshooting issues. Like I said, if the keyboard's not working, detach it. If the Wi-Fi isn't connecting, just restart. Before you guys come into the media center with an issue, restart your computer, because it's the first thing we're going to do. Okay? A restart is not pressing the button at the top. It is actually going to your Windows icon here, okay, the little power icon, clicking that, and then choosing restart. That is a restart. Not turning it off, actually restarting it. If you just turn it off, it will not get what it's supposed to receive. All right. Last but not least, when you guys have issues with your Surface, when you walk into the media center, right next to the aquaponics tank with the fish and the plants that are growing, and then there's like a big black bookcase, there's a kiosk for you guys to fill out a help ticket. It's going to ask for your student ID and the barcode of the device, and then you're going to it's going to print out a ticket. You'll bring that ticket to either the GLAD Tech helping out that day or to me, Miss Ford, and we will be happy to help you in the media center. All right, guys, enjoy your devices. Make sure you have set them up correctly. Bye.